Well, it's official. It worked. I didn't even know there's a day after Memorial Day. I had to move upstairs, and it worked. Also, my videos, 2 of them, well, I'll show you. You're looking at it. Average 1 viewer per minute. It's like filling up a whole theater. Over 600, about 627. You want to see? It's my shorts. Uploading one now too. So within 24 hours. Look at that. 380. Within 23 minutes, 247. Okay? This one. I had one earlier in the morning, but then I did 6 in the evening. Okay, and a like. This one got a lot more no likes yet, but so that's total of about 627, or exactly 627. Yeah, exactly 620. That's actually 628 plus that one view. 628. So yeah, that's all theater. 100 per room. Wow. 1 a minute, and then the other one was actually every 4 seconds, about in 23 minutes. This one. So I don't know. This one might have been actually the same thing, all at once. Perhaps maybe within half an hour that one got also. So the actual rate is the actual rate. Well, the actual rate depends on what locally the rate would be every 4 seconds within a window of time. So I guess your window of time would be about half an hour, maybe an hour. It seemed like it would be about 20 minutes. It couldn't have been even. No, after 10 minutes. No. 20 minutes. It might begin at around 10 minutes, but it ends at around 2. So you have about 20 minutes to smack up. Incredible. So I get about under 1,000 views every day. Can be guaranteed, average of 500. That's awesome. This will take me months. The notes for my dreams and stuff. The franchise spoilers. I gotta finish editing the audio, but for the season 2, it would be. You could funny, it'd be like Smallville, how they kind of put you on a leash to lead you. That's one. I think that's one of the things we learned in film class. Maybe not. It's like don't give them what they want, so you keep milking it. Don't give them what you want, and ultimately, or that's something I might have learned on my own. So you can milk it where, I went underground in the east. So I went all the west and underground the east. So now we can do on top of the east. But, keep exploring. We don't actually get off the planet. But eventually, we do get off the planet. We learn that actually Venus, the thing leads to Venus. And that was where the accessibility point. I mean, what do you call it? The Goldilocks. That's funny. That's like my dog. The Goldilocks zone, viable. They said it was Mars, but then I could flip it this time to be Venus. I think in reality it was Mars. So there's like a war of the Mormons and the Womans, and we can go woke and say, oh, it should be called the Womans and the more Womans. But then I was like, no, I don't want to do that because the men are usually the bastards. So, but I love woke. But yeah, so, because every time I say more women, it sounds, I love females, and we all love females, we all love our mothers, so, more female power. So the thing, but, it feels right to call them, for them to be the villains, or they might not be villains, we'll have to see. And then, so I called it, also the reversal. I thought, okay, reversing the name, I got to integrate that, I have the notes on there. The characters, but also when they talk, it could be reversal. Kind of like spoilers for that movie, They Live, where they talk and you don't understand them. No, that wasn't it. It was it was that movie with Adam Sandler, where the notes they had the transmission, Madonna and stuff. Madonna's a good name, because I look mad, but they talked but they actually talked in English, but it was like. They changed the words. For me, it'd be reversing. So it's kind of like witchcraft. Well, it's not that. It's like they're doing the witchcraft, and you can find out what they're doing. But it's not really witchcraft. It's simply decoding what they actually say. So reverse could work. The name tells me everything of who they are. Well, when they talk. So there you have it. Officially, March the day after Memorial Day, it's Tuesday. I forgot it was recycle bin day, so I put out the recycle bin, and then they got the garbage first. Time is 10:43, and maybe they have a section for the garbage, so I put it out there too. We'll see if they take that too. I don't want it to mix in with the recycle bin, but I think they might have a separate section for people who might have forgot or something, or they might not care because it might not matter that much. Everything matters, but because not a lot gets recycled, but at least they're trying. So what other note? So yeah, so the sprinkle dance, because like the comet. So we said that aliens, but actually the ancestors. It's not that they're aliens, it's that the ancestors. We found out the whales, the megalodons. So we have to still keep it within that year, because we're saying the significance 2025 is because from the goddess constant is because we were the first to go. But actually, you can't forget, Kim Walls is still after me because I didn't rescue her fast enough, so we could have her. That'd be a source of tension, and then it ends up at the end of the season, she ends up going to space again. Yes, woke, but we love woke, and you can't do anything, to subvert her because of what happened to her. So, it's funny, the theme. There's always this female in pursuit of me. Spoilers from my Plasma Dudes. Plasma Dude. It was the little girl that he accidentally killed her dog, and her spirit. I think her spirit comes out. He actually kills the girl too. Is that what happened? No. Okay. I know what happened. She killed her doggy. That's right. He killed her doggy by accident. How did the girl get killed? My story. I'm trying to remember, because she comes back as a ghost, if I remember. Yeah, she comes back a ghost, and she says, "You killed my doggy." I think I know what happened. He killed her doggy, and then he accidentally killed her when he blew up her house or something. That's amazing. What a theme. There's that one, and then there's that's it for stories. That's it. In real life, I'm more gentle with the females, from my baby sister and stuff. So I have a soft spot for the females, because I have I have two sisters, and I love them, and a mother, and I love them. And the females on my side I get along with a lot. My dad and my male side, no, I don't. My brother and so I have a soft spot. We all do. I mean, the females, So I'm more protective of them. So that's another theme. Give them all the leeway they can possible. Even when they're abusive, you think what happened to my eye with dilation accident is not good. My mom, very abusive verbally, putting us in the basement, locking us there. I don't think you could lock in, maybe lock. Or should do something that I can get out. But it's a big basement thing. But even with all the abuse of the females, I still get along with them more than the males. I mean, but they've done a lot of horrible things to me, especially with dilation. The dilation was worse. There's an old lady assistant, and then there was a optometrist as female. They shouldn't have directly, but so you would think, but no, because I understand. Because overall, I think the male. It's the male. See, I kind of blame the males for doing that. The abused females I get. It was still accidental, but still not, excusable. But it's not. Oh yeah, also with the sexual abuse from this one of my friend's mom, who snuck into the house. I found out years afterwards to babysit, to trick us on the baby, and it might be in retaliation for what we did to her Michael, her baby, when we were babysitting. I was little too. I was a baby too, but I was like, how old? I was 5 or 4. Oh, Michael, where's your mommy? Where's Michael? And she all crying. So maybe retaliation, some karma action. But yeah, some females have done horrible things to me, but they've also done a lot of good things for me. But she was the nurse for the heart surgeon, very first heart surgeon, heart transplant. South Africa, Elon, bad. So, but still, I always chalk it up to the male abuse causing them. That's it, because he was accused of rape or something. That surgeon or something, yeah, abuse or something. So maybe he abused her, and yes, it's the cycle. So yeah. So what's the point of all that? What I'm trying to say, I guess what the point, it seems to be that the male somehow is at fault for the female insanity. So why did I bring that up? Oh, right, Kim Walls. Okay, so yeah, so she'll ascend. Still keep it within the year, because the 2025 year has to be a significant year from, because of the godless constant. Something about this year. It could be, this might be the year my parents actually die. But then this means it has something to do with, well, yeah, to do with me, my parents. They're still alive, and I'm trying to get to them before they die. But, and then, of course, the Chi-Rho with the symbol, and then 3.56 years, 1,000 years ago, yes, the Old Testament, all that. So somehow, and then American Pope, and then Chicago, Chi. And I have ancestors, well, I have cousins there and stuff. Big time Chicago. I mean, it's like the one, Tony and stuff, but what is this, the whole, am I the savior of the planet? I mean, I could be. Hero, it says to tell the parents here. Is it there? Yeah, here. I mean, I don't know. So the whole planet's up to me? Is it centered on me? I mean, that's what it seems to be. The whole thing, seriously, I'm not even joking. It seems like this has to be centered on me in some way. So what, I'm supposed to do something epic or something, which I guess is understandable because I'm smacking it all up. I know practically the whole planet now. Oh, so the new series was called, I was thinking Gobbledygook because of the reversal, but then I thought water blocking because of the video I did today. Now, it shows you, look, I'm connected, right? I'm really connected. And I'm not even totally on the corner of the upstairs. So it shows you, downstairs, even with the window open in the corner, I couldn't get the internet, it cut off. You have to put it right on the windowsill. So that means, yes, the humidity is doing. So the water blockings, I have these canisters, they look like those gas canisters, but they're for water. So water containers. Squares. Then they really do work. The copper Wi-Fi blocking does work. I tested it out. Put a circle around me, it went 1 bar lower. But the water, I must have tested it, and I don't think I had an effect, but that's because I didn't have it surround me. I only have about 4 or 3 jugs. I call them jugs, but they're like rectangular, so. But it really works, because every summer, and for the past 3 or 4 summers when I've been doing this, I've been having to go higher and higher. Like downstairs, when it comes to summer, I have to go on the 2nd floor. There you go. Yes, I know, you're thinking, this is gold. I mean, think of it, you have to know this yearly to do this. This is why a lot of people are stupid, because they don't travel the world, they don't travel everywhere. When you're in one spot, okay, yeah, some people, they in one spot, but I travel everywhere also while in one spot. You see what I'm saying? So like I'm mindful of where I'm at, so I can do the analysis, so I understand, okay? But at the same time, I'm going everywhere else too. So I've traveled around the country. I've done like 1 world trip. I'm planning on my 2nd one. But everything's strategic where I'm going, so I understand. So I analyze where I'm at. Does that make sense? Yeah. So there's my mindset. Even when I'm studying something, if it's words or text or whatever, read a book, where its location, you note that location in that book, and then you look at another book, third party or whatever, and you note where the location is at. Like, for example, when I see the credits for a movie, the one thing I'm looking for, the ultimate thing I'm looking for actually, is their overall, is the filming location. Yes, of course, also the cut scene, the extra scene, but overall, not all movies have cut scenes. Actually, it's for the location, the main thing, and then right after that, very close by, is the cutscene. Okay, so what else do I have to do? So that tells you the whole thing. The comets sprinkling like a donut. Vance would be proud. Frosty donuts, sprinkle dance. It's alluded to. I don't never say sprinkle dance in the 1st season, but the 2nd season I might say it. It's like a painting, the paintings, the name doesn't have to exactly be directly matched up with the thing, but he's trying to, but the interesting thing about paintings, is that they have an effect. It's the same thing as when you take any object and isolate it. That alone does something to the object. And so it's the same thing with a name. Now, have I done any analysis or research about that kind of thing? I did take a painting class, but the painting teacher was complete crap. He kept flirting with this one girl. He didn't know anything, and he said something when I finally It was like, I thought I treated it like film class. I was feeling a little uppity because the news articles they did on me and stuff. But I said something, advice for this one painter, and he got miffed by it. You could tell from what he said. He wasn't like he was, but he said, your painting needs work or something. And then I remember my Asian friend, he's laughing. But I could almost say, well, you didn't come, I didn't say anything. I wanted to graduate and get out of there. The whole point of me was to get my degree and get out, because I had been going through hell with the film class, because they were bastards. So all of a sudden, I wanted to get over it. I want to get my degree, get out of there, and that's it. So don't step on anyone's toes or anything. Whammo. So I got my degree. I got it, and what was the thing to see? Yeah, you don't need a degree. People don't give a crap. The reality is people don't care. When I worked with my IT job, my boss didn't care, even though I was a friend of the family. Although I didn't know I was a friend of the family before. And my friend, my childhood, here, the first person I met here, Eric. Can you say he's the first person? Well, the first neighborhood kid I met. The first, how do you say this? How would you actually say the very first, I guess the very first individual I met who was close, who was actually in my generational group, was Eric. Went to his door and knocked. That's something, I forgot what. So anyway, so what am I talking about? Yeah, so the franchise, Sprinkle Dance, Gobbledygook, Aqua. So the whole thing's Aqua. Okay, Aqua Blockers. And then I thought, okay, I combine them, Gobbledygook, Aqua Blockers. Aqua Blockers, Gobbledygook, no, the other one. It blocks. The freaking, excuse my language, the water blocks the Wi-Fi. The whole reason, one of the main reasons, but actually multiple main reasons why I did this franchise. Recently, recent reasons was sell the cookies, sell the Dream cookies, Dream now renamed Dreamers cookies within the series. And then, it's also insider trading and the overpopping stuff. But it ended up, and I didn't even notice until while I'm still editing the video, it's Aqua Blockers. It could be actually because actually I only realized it when I was showering, because it's in the sub and in the water, and all the cities are in the water because the AI did it, and I did ask it to do that. Think about it. It blocks the Wi-Fi. Yes, radar and stuff, and it's bad and stuff for the whales and stuff, but water, it perfectly matches the images I already have. So yeah, it's perfect. So but yeah, one of the main things I didn't say what I said actually officially. What I said was, okay, why am I doing this series? One point I did say yes to sell the cookies, but then I think even right before that, maybe a day or a half before, I said to find out how to block the Wi-Fi. Ultimately, it's I can sell the, I've been trying to sell the Dreamers cookies for a little while from now, but not directly, in some ways direct, some not indirect, subconsciously. But yeah, ultimately, it was about blocking the Wi-Fi. That's one of the main mind-blowing reasons I get out here, because I'm EMF sensitive. I can actually feel it. It's like infrared. You can actually feel a freaking thing. It's like, that's one of the reasons the planes are crashing. I don't even know if I even put in the series. I must have. So I gotta put that in there. Yeah, the crane's good. So yeah, that's it. The water. So thankfully in the summer, that's where all celebratory and feeling all good. Okay, so we can end it on that. So we gotta add two things. I gotta all the stories mapped out. I gotta add the planes crashing thing, and what I already mapped out, I have it totally memorized. Let's finish the season 2 would be instantaneous fast. Now that I got super fast, I've got the internet fast again, thank goodness. Doing it slow is fine, because in the winter, it goes further and stuff, downstairs and stuff. And it's all a test. I always do things the hardest way first. Because, even now I could hotspot it, as I said yesterday. Okay, that's it. So, yeah, so that's, so we leave it on that. So that's good, everything good. Screenshot, since we're on here, I already screenshot it. Well, I already video. So let's, it's up. Look, it's up. Yeah, this one's up. It always adds a 1 second because of the it adds all the other videos you can see, on the screen. It has a whole bunch of other video options of other people's. That's why it adds that 1 second to YouTube. Okay, so let me get a screenshot, at least of this. Yeah. Okay, so here you go. So thankfully, it's all about timing. Timing. I got some of the screenshots yesterday. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's done. Yeah, so water. Okay, water. Okay, close out. And there you are.